Hello dear students, in this video I'll be providing you with some detailed explanations to the answer key of text 1. So let's get started with question number 1. Which of the following is not true according to paragraph A? The correct answer is option A, because options B and C are both mentioned in paragraph A. However, option A is not, because option A is in the present simple, whereas in paragraph A, the related sentence is in the future form. So let's take a look. As you can see, within the next 2 decades, about 5 million will die of diseases related to malnutrition. This is your clue here. So this sentence is about the future. It's about the 20 years in the future. However, option A is in the present simple. Options B and C are both mentioned in the text, so they are true. Now let's move on to question number 2. It can be understood from paragraph B that the Green Revolution involves increasing yields by improving seeds. So let's go back to paragraph B and C. Here in the green section, you're going to realize we're talking about a mixture of seed improvement and technological inputs, which make up the Green Revolution. So option A talks about a mixture of seeds, but here in the definition, we're talking about seed improvement, not mixture of seeds. So the correct answer should be B. Now let's take a look at question number 3. It is stated in paragraph B that the biggest difficulty facing the future of farming is to increase yields in the less productive parts of the world. So let's take a look at paragraph B again. Here in this highlighted section, you're going to see the challenge, a synonym for difficulty. And it is to increase yields in more faraway and dry lands, where much of the crops end up in the bellies of insects, or is devastated by drought or disease. These all refer to less productive parts of the world. That's why the correct answer is C. Now let's move on to question 4. According to a 2005 study conducted in China, the use of GM rice increased the yield by 10%. Let's go back to the text. Here in paragraph C, when you look at the highlighted section, you're going to see the correct answer, a 30% increase in yield. In 2005, with the publication of the results of a Chinese study, which showed a 10% increase in yields. So you can easily see the 10% increase in yields here. Now let's take a look at question number 5. The International Rice Genome Sequencing Project proved that international teamwork in science could help the whole world. So let's look for some proof. We're going back to the text. All right. Here in the highlighted section, you can see the word collaborative, which means working together as a team, which refers to working in teams, and the fact that it can benefit the entire world. So when you look at number 5, the question number 5 in option B, you're going to see that international teamwork in science could help the whole world. When you look at options A and C, you're going to find out these are not the correct answers, because option A is not mentioned in the text at all. And option C talks about making databases available to everyone in the world at no cost. However, in the text, it refers to scientists only, not everyone. Now let's move on to question number 6. Where in paragraph D does the following sentence belong? The population explosion occurred, but the famine didn't. Now let's go back to paragraph D. Here in paragraph D, the best section we would put this sentence is in section B. Because in the previous sentence, you can see the reference to population explosion and famine. So this would be the best place to put this sentence in. Now let's move on to question number 7. According to paragraph D, aid organizations criticize those who favor GM technology because they think that it cannot solve the problem of hunger. Option C is the correct answer. Now let's go back to paragraph D and find some proof. Alright, so as you can see in this section, in the highlighted parts, you can see that many aid organizations believe GM technology is just a technical fix and it doesn't really solve the problem of world poverty and hunger. So this is how we would find the correct answer easily. When you look at options A and B, you're going to find out that option A is not criticized in the whole text. And option B is not mentioned in the text. Now it's time for question number 8. The tone of the author in paragraph E is mostly optimistic. This is the correct answer. So the tone of the author refers to the attitude of the author, what the author believes about the text, the context. Option A talks about indifference, lacking interest or concern. And option C refers to being critical, disapproving. And option B, which is the correct option, is optimistic, which is hopeful and expecting good results. Now let's go back to paragraph E and look for some proof. Alright, in paragraph E, in the highlighted section, you can see the choice of vocabulary by the author. Words such as recast, powerful toolkit, generating new varieties resistant to disease, pests, etc. They all refer to optimistic future expectations. So we can say the author is optimistic. Now let's move on to the final question, question number 9. Choose the most suitable title for the text. The correct answer is option C, the most important crop in the world, rice, because you can see rice as the main element of the whole text. Option A is not the correct answer because there is no mentioning of any opposition between GM crops and organic crops in the text. There is also no mentioning of multiple methods in the text either. So this is the end of the video. I hope you'll find it useful and helpful.